Yeah. Phew. Oh well. So what have we got this week, Rudgy? Well, leaking radiators, post boxes being fitted to the house so the postman can bring my post, because I'm going to have loads and loads of Valentine's cards soon, aren't I, next year, and stuff like that. And of course, they need to send my winnings, don't they, off my lottery and stuff. Oh, hang on, I can't do that anymore because I'm not in the UK. Anyway, yeah, a bit limited because the bike's not well, but I did do a little ride out to Metaxa and videoed that for you guys. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get on with the video. Okay, so fans of the Black Pearl, um, yeah, got her in bits at the minute. As you can see, the sealant that was in the radiator has made quite a mess of the bike. I'm going to have to clean that off. I have got most of it off the paintwork. It's all over the side stand, the pipes, the fan. Yeah, made a bit of a mess. The only thing I can find that gets it off is limescale remover. Anyway, I borrowed some instant metal off my next door neighbour. The radiator was leaking there, it got a crack in the top of it. I wouldn't normally advise doing this, but the radiator won't be here for at least a month, and I need the bike because I've got no transport. So I cleaned all this up, took the fins out. I've put the instant metal on. It's been on there about 20 hours now. It says 16 for it to go off. So I'm now going to refit it, refill the fluids, and hopefully it won't leak anymore. But we'll see. And then I may be able to nurse it somewhere interesting for your videos, and you can catch up with what's going on the rest of the island. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. Oh well. Well, that clearly didn't work. It was all right for a while. It got up to about 80 degrees before the fan cut in and then started chucking water out again. So I'm going to give it one more go. Maybe it wasn't clean enough, maybe it hadn't gone off properly. I think it's about dinner time now, so I'm going to leave it till this time tomorrow, 24 hours. It says 19 on the thing, and we'll see. As you can see, I've cleaned all that off. All I can do is try and bodge it up again. Let's see how that goes. As you can see, my neighbour lent me some chemical metal. I poked the fins out and put some chemical metal over the leak because this waterway here was split. Now, radiator goes in that way. So for those of you who don't know and they're thinking, oh, that's terrible, he's put a big hole in this radiator. The upright ones, the ones that are vertical, are the ones that radiate the heat, and these are the core, what we call the core of the radiator, and the water runs through these. So there's no water running through the upright ones. So all that's happened is that I've had to take that out so I could repair it. It won't be as efficient, but then if you look at the state of the radiator, it's bent here, it's had repairs done in the past, which you can see down here. So yeah, they've poked all the uprights out of that as well, and there's a nasty repair there. So I did repair it yesterday and it failed when I tried it this morning, so I've done it again. I also noticed that the temperature sensor for the electric fan, which you can see hanging down there at the moment, wasn't working. I boiled some water and put it in the boiling water, didn't put the fan on. Put a lighter under it and eventually the fan came on. So I think the sensors probably caused a lot of this, along with there's a lot of problems. The thermostat wasn't opening and closing correctly, so that's going to have to be replaced. So there is a new radiator coming, but it will be a month or so yet. Then, if we come round here, if I check the oil, and I thought, well, I'm not sure whether that looks right or not through the window. Yeah, that's never good when you see that in an engine. Coffee coloured muck on your filler cap. So this is where I'm a bit confused. Let's turn the light off, because I looked through the sight glass, which is where you check the oil level, and it doesn't look particularly creamy. Sight glass may be a little foggy, but you can see it, and I thought, well, that's a bit confusing. So I dipped it with a screwdriver, and the oils appears to be pretty black. So I can only assume that we're in a very hot climate here. The bike did a lot of work for me last year and then got parked up in a garage. So there may have been some condensation inside the engine when I fired it up, and of course heat rises, so the water will have steamed up and got to the top of the gearbox cover. But that's what I'm hoping, because the oil, it does seem black. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm not going to put the rad on straight away, because I don't think it was left long enough today. I'm going to connect the fan up so it runs permanent, and I'm going to get a lift off a friend of mine to the town to get an oil and filter, and I'm going to change the oil and filter on it and see what the oil looks like, and then cross my fingers that we haven't blown the head gasket, because if we have, it would be pretty bad in the UK, but out here it's catastrophic, because parts are very expensive and difficult to come by for that model of bike. So it'd be engine out, bike could be off the road for months. I'll probably just park it up, to be honest, and buy a car. Although there is a lad on the island's got a spare engine, so I'll find out how much that will be. But yeah, it's all going to be expensive. Anyway, let's not get too down. It's been a lovely day here in Caravadas. And I have got two swifts or swallows, whatever they are, that are trying to make a nest downstairs. I think I keep disturbing them. So I'll keep you updated with that, because that might be exciting if we get some little baby ones. Well, I was greeted as I came back on the bike from the little road test by Makis, my neighbour opposite me. And he's already given me those. He's given me a big bag of lemons. So when life throws you lemons, make lemonade. That's what I reckon. Or I'll need to start drinking G&T or something like that, or I don't know. But I'll think of something to make with them. They smell fantastic. I have to say, you know, when you're younger you don't appreciate these things, but the bag that he's given me is full. So because they smell so nice, I put them in a bowl. They're going on the table in the living room. Yeah, fantastic. Right, so here we go. Another journey. Because the Nikki the black pearl isn't very well, I'm not pushing my luck, and I'm not going too far. Although, as you can see, she's not chucked any water out just yet. But then we've only been on the road about 5 minutes. Spruced her up a little bit, did a bit of paint work on the engine and cleaned her up. It seems the head gasket is looking okay for the moment. I don't quite know how the moisture got in there, but there you go. Anyway, I digress. Metaxata. Yeah, we're going down there. Apparently, I don't even know whether I pronounced that correctly. I'm not going to do an outtake. I'll let you laugh at me. So yeah, apparently Lord Byron stayed here for a few months and then went off to fight alongside the Greeks. All to do with Independence Day. I'll let you Google that one. It has just over 500 inhabitants and was extensively rebuilt by, as far as I know, somebody told me it was extensively rebuilt by a multi-millionaire after the earthquake of '53, which, as we know, devastated this island. Yeah, it's got quite a bit of history, this place. Worth googling and worth a visit. There's a very nice cafe with a view of the sea right in the middle. Anyway, onward and upward. Let's go and have a look and see what this place is like. Okay, and as if by magic, here we are at Lord Byron's house. Well, actually, this isn't the actual house. Apparently, this is the site where Lord Byron stayed, and he was only here for about 3 or 4 months, apparently, before he went off to join the Greek garrison, where he died in April of 1824. There's a little sign on the wall there that you can have a little read of. And there's a very nice post box, which I wouldn't mind on my gate, actually. Property's up for sale if you're interested, by the looks of it. I mean, imagine that, living where Lord Byron was. Poet, apparently. Now, as we walk round here, I think there's a statue. Yeah, there you go. Lord Byron. I don't know whether you can read that. I'm having a job, so you'll have a job. Apparently he came to Kefalonia and lived at the house from September 6th to December the 27th, I think that is, 1823. This statue was erected in 1994 to honour the great... Can't read what that says. Who lived in... poet, I think it says. Who lived in our village for the purpose of joining the revolution for our national independence. All costs incurred were paid by Metaxata Foundation. Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, I'm dyslexic, so I have trouble reading anyway, but it was a bit of a struggle because it's eroded by time and the elements, I would guess. So there you go, Lord Byron. So, how do you get there? I forgot to tell you that, didn't I? Well, the signpost I was stood at, if you were to turn and face the main road that I'd come off, if you turn right, you'd end up back at the castle. So, in other words, you take a left from the castle, follow that road down, and you'll see the signs for Metaxa. If you missed the first one that I was at, don't worry, there's a massive one with signs all over it saying airport and various tavernas. Just go down there. But the first one's the best one because that will bring you, as you saw on film, straight to this site. So we'll have a wander around Metaxa, see what's going on. There's a very nice cafe down there that the pie boy, who I used to go sailing with, it was the only part of the island he liked. I know. You can tell him what you think of that. Anyway, round the back of Lord Byron's establishment, well, as I said, it wasn't his actual house, it was on the site. I would imagine, I don't know, maybe the house got damaged in the earthquake of '53. That might be what happened there. But yeah, so if you're interested in a house, that comes with a bit of history. That's quite interesting, isn't it? And he gets a nice view from the back here. Can't quite see the airport. Should we go and have a look around Metaxa? Let's do that. I think that's the thing to do. It is a bit of a carry-on innuendo. For those of you who like a big cock, that's what happened there. I'm not even sure I could put that on. But it is massive. Look at that. Big weather vane. Somebody obviously likes a big cock. Raw. Cock raw. That's, yeah. Yeah. Cut. Right, let's go and have a look round Metaxa. So here's a landmark. If you catch the second signpost in off the main road and turn left at that island, that will take you down, and so Lord Byron's house will be on the right hand side. There's some very, very nice buildings around here. Right, so here we are. We're out of season, so the cafe's shut. But I can vouch for this place. It's very nice to sit and have a beer in the afternoon. Gets a lot of passing traffic, this place, because you can cut through to the beaches down by the airport and places like that. Oh yeah, that's the cafe bar. So there you go. A bit windy today. I apologise about the wind. There's not a lot I can do about that. But yeah. So my friend Pie Boy, Keith as he's known to his friends, the guy I go sailing with, we were doing a bit of business on the island, and he didn't really get the island. But I brought him here, and we sat here. He had quite a bit to drink, and he doesn't drink very much, so it's quite entertaining when he's had a drink. We sat looking at that view. It's about this time of year, maybe a little bit later, and he said, "Oh, this. I like this. I get this." Well, and yes, I had took him on a whistle-stop tour of the island. Maybe that put him off. Yeah, I drove him around the island in a couple of days, so he saw Nitus Beach and all that area for us, all the way around. But yeah, he didn't really get it, but he liked it here, so I think it's probably because it's neat and tidy and well kept. Let's have a little wander around. There's a bus stop there. Incidentally, while we're on the subject of buses and bus stops, as you can see, there's a bus stop there. So yeah, Sue and Graham Partridge, I think their surname is, off the top of my head, supporters of my coffee page. Thank you for that, Sue and Graham. And thank you for visiting my PayPal as well this week. And thank you very much for the information. They wrote to me and said that the bus leaves Posada at 7:40 in the morning and passes through Caravados, my village. So I can catch the bus just after that, and it arrives in Agostoli at about 8:50. Then you can have a wander around Agostoli, but you have to be back on the bus at 12 o'clock sharp, otherwise that's it for the rest of the day. So thank you for the information there. it's nice to know that, because I am a bit stranded without the bike. Although my neighbour's very good, all I've got to do is ask him and he'll probably lend me the car or take me into Augustoli. But yeah, thanks for that, and thanks for, as I said, for visiting the Ko-fi page. While we're on the subject of the Ko-fi page, for those of you who haven't visited it, you don't have to pay anything if you don't want to. There is a few bits and pieces you can access, but yeah, it is mostly for my supporters. I put stuff on there that I wouldn't normally put out on the main channel. So here we are, downtown Metaxata. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm just going to say Metaxa from now on, because it's a drink that me and my friend Peter used to enjoy. But as you can see, it's very nice here. Good view of Zakynthos in the background there. Yeah, and don't call it Zante. The local Zakynthians don't like that, because Zante is their capital apparently. So for all of you who do that, and I was guilty of that for a while, yeah, it's not good. So there you go. It is an interesting place. I'd love to know who gets the contract for doing all the gardening, because look at it, it's absolutely mint. Yeah, let me know on the Ko-fi page or in the comments below if you like these walk rounds, if you prefer them to what I've been doing. I'm always open to suggestions. It may not be possible for whatever reason to do. I have had suggestions in the past, but I've carried on doing the site. Boom, boom, I'm here all week. No, I've had suggestions in the past, and I couldn't do them for one reason or another. So don't be offended if I don't take up your suggestion. But yeah, look at these places, fantastic. Made me jump. Yeah, he's almost through his log pile there. I have to say it's nice to have the warm weather back. I have got a coat on, but that's only because it's very windy today, and the wind can be quite chilly. Yeah, as you can see, you can get down to the airport from here. But as you know, a lot of you out there, I don't walk for various health reasons very often. But it is well worth having a bit of a wander around this place. Yeah, some of the buildings are just fantastic. Look at that, it's got his own garage and everything. I do like a garage. Look at that garden. Fantastic. Poppies, carnations, roses. Yeah, my gardening skills are coming on a little bit. I know some of the flowers now. Yeah. And of course, I've only walked around a little part of this. It's there's, like I say, 500 people, just over 500 people live there. I think there are about 48,000 on the island altogether, something like around that region. I think you'd have to Google that. Maybe write me in the comments. And I think 5,000 of those are Brits, the ones that we know about. Because there's a lot of people who haven't took the biometric card up yet. I don't understand that, but yeah, a lot of them haven't. I suppose when you've been living here a long time, you just probably don't think about it. And a lot of people, a lot of British people who don't watch television or news or whatever, so, you know, some of them don't even go on Facebook. Yeah, there you go. So if you're passing through here and you fancy a little snack and a beer or a coffee if you're driving, I do recommend this place. It's quite a nice place to sit, chill out and admire the view of the sea. Anyway, let's get back on the Black Pearl. So you've all seen this sign before if you watch the channel on a regular basis. I thought I'd go to Agia Pelagia, the marina there, and we'll have a quick look at that if you like, if you so wish. If you don't, well, you'd have to hang on till the end and see what else happens, won't you? Anyway, stick you on the contraption. That's a bit low. Suffering with the wind today for the carry-on innuendo. Yeah, I apologise about the wind, as I said before, nothing I can do about that. So here we are at the marina. Look at that. We'll have a wander around there in a minute. Now, when I was working on Balboa, the charter yacht, occasionally we'd come round and do a cruise from here. And we'd overnight at anchor out there, and then we'd come in and get water, or we'd sometimes overnight on the end of that hammerhead there, and it was full of fishermen, but it looks like the municipality have took it on. Somebody's running it for definite, because it's a lot more organised and there's a lot less boats in there now. If I do get another boat, a lot of you have asked about that, then I may well look into this place, because it's I've noticed a lot of boats winter here, so it can't be that bad, he said. Anyway, let's have a little walk. Another bus stop there. That will take you up past the airport and into Augustale, I believe. I didn't know that because Beer Grills and the Terminator of Wilson Catering, they were talking about it the other day. But if you've got a boat, what a fantastic place to keep it. Funny name on the back of that boat, Princess of Monohull. Oh, if Andy Thomas is watching this, a lot of work going on here. Of course, Wayne Toombs will be besides himself. Another wooden boat there. Interestingly, these two boats haven't gone in yet. Looks like they're finished, almost, with the paintwork. A lot of you'll recognise those, Queen Bee and Queen Bee 2. And I have noticed that they are maintained every year. So there you go. Agia Pelagia. It is quite a nice place to come and fill up with water. Electric on as well. Yeah, I think if I was to get a boat out here, I would possibly look at keeping it here. It's pretty well protected from most things. It does get very, very stormy in winter here. That's the problem. Just a quick explanation. As you can see, these boats are stern to. And the line that's on the stern of the one the guy's going out on now is going down to an anchor, and they call it a slime line because it's permanently there, and you pull up the slime line, tie your boat off, and then go towards the quayside, tie her off there, and it can't go anywhere. Right, quick trip into Augustoli. I need a post box. I haven't been able to find one so far. I've been to a few trade outlets that we thought might have them, and come up blank. So I'm going to park the Black Pearl up somewhere before she overheats. In the back of Augustoli and have a wander around. See if we can find something. Yeah, well, that certainly is a funny little thing, isn't it? Oh, and it's got our club number plate on it. Yeah, well, there you go. So I needed a post box, and as I was walking past this place, we're up the quayside is over there, runs parallel with this road. I came across this place here, and there we go. This gentleman here, what was your name?
My name is Yanis.
Yanis, he has lots of them, so if you need them, this is the place to come. So now the next thing you'll see is me putting it on my gate. I better pay Yanis and get on with my day. So there we go. Brand new post box. I went for that one, not because of the shape of it, but because it was big. And I'll get plenty of post in that. Not that I'm expecting a lot of post. And I suppose the other thing is when it does rain here, it absolutely tips it down, and this has got like a bit of a roof on it, so the water will probably run off. Talking rubbish now, aren't I? Anyway, best go and fit it to me gate, hadn't I? Well, there we go. It's only temporarily fitted. I'm going to have to get some brackets made, but for the moment that will do. As you can see, things are starting to grow. I told you that's going to look absolutely beautiful in a bit. It's getting there now, and that's the last 2 or 3 days that's come out like that. It'll look fantastic. Might have to trim a little bit of it. The money tree's doing really well. It needs to make my pocket feel like it is now. And yeah, the leaves are driving me up the wall. As for the black pearl, well, I don't know whether you can see that, but it's making a right mess of itself. I have to clean it every time I go out, because this stuff, the sealant that was in there, is really difficult to get off the paintwork. In fact, I repainted the engine, and now I'm going to have to do it again. Anyway, that's that for this week's video. Hope you enjoyed your little trip round the Metaxa, or Metaxata, whatever it's called. I'm now going to fire up the barbie and burn some meat. And I'll see you lot next Friday. Or if you go on the coffee page, you'll probably see me on there a couple of times a week maybe, or whenever I find some pictures I think you lot might be interested in that I don't want to put on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys next Friday. Thanks for watching. What are you doing, Andy?
Mucking about, Reggie.